the last pay-per-view of the year, maybe even ever. UFC 323 was absolutely insane. One of the best UFC events in history. 6 first-round finishes, possibly the best one-rounder ever. 2 title shocks, a freak injury, and a Petr Yan performance that shocked the world. I'm Dabi, and I'm gonna be breaking down the whole card, fight by fight, starting with Naimov versus Marion Santos. Marion Santos came out looking sharp, landing some clean shots on Naimov. Naimov had some moments. A lot of it was just stalling on the cage. He wasn't doing much with it. In round 2, Marion Santos picks up the pace, landing some clean strikes. Despite Marion Santos missing weight, it was in the 3rd round when the magic happens. Santos lands a clean 1-2 that puts Naimov's lights out. 4-0 in the UFC, only 24, and a fighting nerd. Marion Santos is gonna be a true problem in the lightweight division. Next up, we got Mansur Abdul-Malik versus Antonio Trocoli. I think it's time to give Mansur a ranked opponent. This guy is different. Under 1 minute into round 1, Abdul-Malik shoots a double leg, landing right into half guard. Trocoli tries to escape by reaching for a single leg, leaving his neck wide open. Mansur Abdul-Malik snatches his neck, puts him in a guillotine, lifts him up to his feet, and chokes the man out. Crazy. This man is a demon. Next up, we got Iwo Baraniewski versus Ibo Aslan. Alright, let me be clear. This might be the best one-rounder ever. Pat Barry and Chuck Congo got some serious competition here. There was maybe about 25 seconds of a feeling out process. Then, pure chaos. Baraniewski shoots a single leg, transitions into a clinch where he lands a short hook, dropping Ibo Aslan. Less than a second later, Ibo Aslan bounces right back up. That's when Baraniewski rushes in with some flurry shots and gets caught by a hook, drops, bounces right back up as well. While it lasted, this was a war. Absolute madness. Eventually, a clean hook from Baraniewski ends the fight. Insane debut, insane round, good win for Iwo Baraniewski. Next up, we got Edson Barboza versus Jalin Turner. Right from the bell, these guys were throwing heat. Barboza's age started to show. Every single shot that Turner landed had a big reaction from Barboza. Barboza was still landing, fast and sharp, but Turner stayed very defensively sound. But it was a clean 3-piece in a soda that drops Edson Barboza. Huge win for Jalin Turner. He looked really good out there. Excited to see his next fight. Good to have him back. Next up, we got Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira. Honestly, this was probably the weakest fight on the card. Vettori did outland Ferreira. I think Ferreira landed the more effective strikes. He even broke Vettori's nose, if I'm not mistaken. He had Vettori bleeding from the nose anyways. Honestly, man, Vettori has the best chin in UFC history. Don't even at me. Great win for Bruno Ferreira. Moving on. Nazim Sadykhov versus Ziam. Ziam is the real deal. He dominated this fight everywhere. Outstruck Sadykhov 76-7. Controlled him in the grappling and hit 2 takedowns in round 1 alone. Late round 2, Ziam lands a nice takedown and controls Sadykhov against the cage. He then lands 2 brutal elbows right to the head that puts Sadykhov out right on the buzzer. Right as the buzzer goes off, the ref stops the fight. I think it was a great stoppage. Amazing performance from Ziam against what was supposed to be a tough matchup. Good win for Ziam. Next up, Maycee Barber versus Karine Silva. Solid fight considering. A lot of grappling exchanges, reversals. Maycee looked strong. Good top pressure, good control, good ground and pound. This was a great bounce back win for Maycee Barber. Next up, we got Terrance McKinney versus Duncan. Another crazy first rounder. Both guys were in a phone booth swinging for the fences. McKinney was landing the cleaner shots until Duncan shoots. McKinney stuffs it, Duncan stays relentless and eventually gets him down for a moment. Back on the feet, Duncan lands a nasty elbow from the clinch that changes everything. Dropping McKinney, he follows up with some ground and pound and locks up a Darce choke, submitting McKinney in the first round. Big win for Duncan. Next, we got Dawson versus Manuel Torres. Torres came out pressuring in the first round immediately. Dawson tried to mix in some takedowns, but they kept getting stuffed. Halfway through the round, Dawson throws a wild overhand. Torres just steps back and lands a clean barrage of punches. But it was the uppercut that puts Dawson out. Beautiful finish for Torres. Next up, we got Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Gusko. This fight was fire. Even though it ended in a draw, I thought it was fair. Round 1, Blachowicz lands some strong low kicks. More volume. In round 2, Guskov lands a massive right hand that drops Jan Blachowicz early in the round. Guskov follows up with some clean ground and pound strikes, some nasty elbows, even cutting up Blachowicz. Blachowicz threatens a heel hook, which eases up on the ground and pound from Guskov. Guskov manages to escape and ends the round with more damage. I gave him that round for sure, 10-8. Round 3, Blachowicz recovers well, comes forward with some pressure, and his signature low kicks. Guskov was definitely slowing down, but he was still very dangerous. In the final 20 seconds, Blachowicz pressures Guskov to the cage and drops him with a barrage of strikes, starting with the body hook. Jan finishes the round strong. Amazing fight, but the draw does make sense. Unk still got it. Next, we got Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. Going into this, I was nervous, man. The last thing I wanted to see was Henry Cejudo, Triple C, get finished on his retirement fight. Man, his wrestling didn't work, but I gotta tell you, his chin did. Henry was tough as nails in this fight. Talbot was mixing in some beautiful body shots, and Cejudo did not like those. Talbot also stuffed pretty much every takedown that Cejudo shot. He also outstruck Cejudo 156 to 77. First round, Henry looked really fast, landing some beautiful low kicks. But as the round started to progress, Talbot started making reads, started landing some of his own clean boxing, even scoring a takedown. In round 2, Talbot drops Henry with a sneaky right hand. It did kind of look like Henry was off balance, but I'm pretty sure they counted it. Henry gets up and starts some grappling exchange. There's a little bit of a scrambling situation going on, but Henry ends up on top. Talbot does get up, eventually hurts Henry to the body. It was obvious Henry was really hurt. He nearly ended the fight. In round 3, Talbot was picking Henry apart, landing a clean head kick, and Henry just eats it, along with 2 knees in a row. But Henry was in it every second of the fight, man. Tough as nails. That's the way you go out. That's how you retire. Amazing win for Peyton Talbot. Elite striking, elite takedown defense. Next up, we got Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. In round 1, it starts a little slow. Tatsuro Taira shoots a single leg. Moreno scrambles and locks in a triangle for basically the whole round. Tatsuro survived. In round 2, Moreno was starting to find his range. Halfway through, Tatsuro gets a clinch and manages to take Moreno down from the clinch and shows some of the most smoothest transitions I've ever seen. He takes Moreno's back and finishes him with some beautiful ground and pound. Massive win for Tatsuro Taira. I think this kid's a future champ. Next up, we got Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Van. This one was very anticlimactic. I was so excited for this fight. Early in the round, Pantoja lands a head kick, but Joshua Van catches it, throws Pantoja off balance. Pantoja tried to break his fall with his arm, and what looked like he snapped his elbow. Later, we found out that apparently it was a shoulder dislocation. I don't know, man. I still don't know. I honestly think it honestly looked like he broke his arm. I don't know if they're hiding something or if they're trying to make it seem less than what it is, but it looked bad. I think they should run it back immediately. As soon as Pantoja heals up, they got to run that back ASAP. Sucks for Joshua Van. No, Joshua Van wanted to put on a show, and it sucks to win the title that way, but he's still the champion. I do think that Pantoja's going to need some time to heal, and the next fight to probably make would be Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. I think that'd be a great fight. Great win for Joshua Van. And new bantamweight champion, Petr Yan. Jeez. Hey man, Petr Yan put on a clinic. He dominated everywhere. Landed more takedowns than Merab. Outlands Merab on the strikes. Petr Yan is him. He's him. Guys, he's him. Petr Yan gets it done in easy fashion. Merab really had no moments other than the fact that he shot like 30 times. He dominated every second of that fight. Beautiful takedown defense. Beautiful striking. Who's next? I think they got to make the rematch right away. Rematch it. Merab has been very active. You know, I do feel he should use some rest, but they got to rematch that fight ASAP. But Petr Yan, great win for Petr Yan. Amazing fight. Amazing fight. I think he shocked the world. And there we have it, the UFC 323 recap. Thank you for watching. And as usual, follow all the pages. The links are going to be in the description. Subscribe, like, comment, share. All the above. MMA Grid. It's Dobby. We out.